Hey y'all, welcome to Heritage Ways. This is where we honor home, celebrate heritage, and spread hope. I am Miss Katie, and this summer we are cooking together all summer long, 54 consecutive cooking videos. Each week we have a different theme, and this week is vintage suppers. Now, that's endless, of course, but we only have 1 week, so we have 5 episodes. And I hope you've enjoyed the last 2. Well, this is episode 43. We are doing really one of my favorites. We're doing tomato aspic salad. Now, back in the Easter time, I posted about this on our community tab and in our mailing list, and so many people said they've never heard of this before. So I really hope it's new, but I hope you enjoy it too. Now, it may be strange, but I promise y'all, it is delicious. So we're doing tomato aspic salad, or tomato aspic with seafood salad. So come on in to my Heritage House Kitchen, episode 43 of Project 54. Welcome, y'all. Tomato aspic. This is vintage. It takes you back to the 60s and 70s. Those of us who were alive and enjoying good food back then. I was learning to cook back then in the 60s and 70s. We have vegetable juice. This is like V8 juice. So we're going to need 4 cups, but for starters, we're going to start out with 2 cups. So I'm just going to shake it. Mr. Patient just opened this the other day and drank it. He loves drinking V8 juice, excuse me. And so I'm just going to pour 2 cups of the vegetable juice. Now this is more than the tomato juice. This is vegetable juice. All right, we're going to warm this up. I'm going to come back to this in a minute because we're going to need a total of 4 cups. That's what the recipe is. 4 cups of vegetable juice, 6 ounces of Jell-O. Now you see here I have 2 different ones. Here's 3 ounces. That is just bulk gelatin that I bought at the bulk food store, and this is a Jell-O box, 3 ounces. So I know this is 3 ounces because I weighed it, and this is 3 ounces. So either 2 of these boxes or whatever, but 6 total ounces of Jell-O lemon gelatin.
It's time to hone our hospitality skills with a table tip. If food is passed at the table, pass to the right, turning the handle of the dish toward the person receiving it.
I want to remind you that there are different kinds of vegetable juices at the grocery store. So I was looking the other day and I found all these type of flavors and degrees of spiciness and that kind of thing. So, you know, you can also get those, and that will help to change the flavor up a little bit. Jell-O itself just harkens us back to vintage, doesn't it? I mean, my little children, and I don't even know about my big children, but my little children don't even know what Jell-O is. Like, we used to eat the cubes of Jell-O with Cool Whip on top. I mean, that's a comfort food, and I could eat some right now probably. But my kids don't know what that is because I've never made it. I try to avoid artificial colors and flavorings and that kind of thing, but maybe I should make them some. It won't hurt them every now and then or once in a while. And it is a comfort food for me. Okay, so this is very hot. I stuck my finger down in there to make sure. So I'm just putting my 6 ounces of Jell-O gelatin. Like I said, this may sound strange, but it is really tasty, especially if you like tomato things, tomato foods, tomato flavors. I'm just going to get this dissolved. At this point, if your vegetable juice is not spicy, you can add a pinch of cayenne, which I don't have, but I do have this hot sauce, so I'm going to add a splash of the hot sauce, splash or 2. I'm not going to add the Worcestershire, but you can for added flavor. I'm going to add about a tablespoon of lemon juice. And I like to use this. It's a little bit more natural than those green and yellow things you buy at the produce section of the grocery store. Okay, and then I'm going to add 2 more cups of my vegetable juice. Stir it around. Now, I'm using this Tupperware, talk about vintage. I'm using this Tupperware that I got when I got married, 1989, and my mama had it too. She was a Tupperware dealer. But this is what we're using for this salad. And if you don't have one, you'd like to get one, I'm telling you, I have seen these in thrift stores and Goodwill stores all day long. So you can find them there. Make sure your bottom there, see, it comes apart so you can wash it. So make sure, and so you can take it apart, so you can get your salad out. But make sure it's sealed real good. And I'm going to spray it with cooking spray because it's very important that the salad come out okay. Now, what you see floating on top is just this spray residue. So maybe I put too much, but it really doesn't matter. It'll be just fine. So I'm going to put the lid on this. You can use, you don't have to have a mold. Don't let the absence of this vintage Tupperware mold keep you from making this salad. You can put it in a bowl, for Pete's sake. It's going to congeal. It takes several hours to congeal, so we will come back when it's congealed and we'll taste it. All right, this is where it gets interesting because I don't really have a recipe for my seafood salad. So let's just talk about what I'm doing. I have this 8-ounce container of imitation crab. Now, I'm just going to say we all like this stuff. It is made from fish. So if you're allergic to fish, just know that. Or if you don't care for fish. But it is actually made from pollock. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do is roughly chop this imitation crab. This is another one of those recipes or methods that I don't have a recipe for. Okay, I'm just gonna kind of break it up a little bit more. Now, I want to tell y'all, if you don't like seafood or fish, you can always put a chicken salad mixture in the middle of, or serve it with our tomato aspic, and you'll see what I'm talking about here in a little bit. Okay, we do not care for celery, so I have these fresh cucumbers that I'm going to chop up a little bit and put in here for some crunch. You can also add onions, which I'm actually not going to do today, surprisingly, as much as I love onions. So I'm just going to cut around my little seeds here, and I'm going to add some crunchy, fresh cucumbers to this seafood salad. Now I'm going to open this can of tiny shrimp. And now if you had some seasoning like Old Bay seasoning, that would be great, but actually I don't. All right, I am going to go ahead and put some fresh black pepper, fresh cracked black pepper. I'm going to get this in the fridge while the aspic is congealing because I do want the flavors to marry while the aspic is congealing. Just a little bit of salt. And then I am going to do a few splashes of lemon juice over it. Awaken the flavors. That's really good with seafood and fish. And I'm going to use a couple of splashes of Worcestershire. Now, I got the cheese out to show you that you could add cheese. I'm not going to, I don't think, but you could. So you're going to want enough mayonnaise or Miracle Whip to moisten it and hold it together, obviously. I don't have much mayonnaise, so I'm going to use this up and add the rest in salad dressing. Okay, you could also do a grated boiled egg in here. I think that would be wonderful. Now, my apologies to Miss Debbie, Higher Aim Homestead, who's trying to write the recipe down for this. There is not one. So you can just, you know, the components, I guess, just write the components. And I do try to always encourage y'all to be creative in the kitchen. Oh, you know what else would be good? Is some fresh parsley. That would be wonderful. I should go to my garden and get some fresh parsley. That would wake it up really well, too. Hey, y'all, it's the next day, and I can't wait to try the tomato aspic. I love it so much, especially with a salad in the middle. And this time I've made the seafood salad. And I've said you can use another kind of salad, like a chicken salad. But I went out last night to my little garden to see what I could get. Look at this. Y'all, I got all kinds of things that I will use to feed my family. Look at those. Isn't that great? I'm so thankful.
But I got some flat leaf parsley, and I'm going to chop this up, and I'm going to add this to my crab salad or seafood salad. And I'm going to keep the stems, or you can keep the stems for juicing or something like that, or give them to the chickens, or put them back in the compost. Just cutting the stems off like this, I already smell the fresh parsley just from the stems. I mean, you could use the stems too, of course. So I'm going to chop this up and get this into my salad, because I think it'll help it taste fresh. And also I was thinking I could have added some of my pickles, Gran sweet lime pickles, which I'll actually have a video for that next week for canning season week, so I can't wait to share that with you, because I talk about those pickles all throughout my cookbook that I've already written, the cookbook I am writing now, and I can't wait to share that recipe next week. Alright, I have my aspic sitting out. We're going to take care of that in a minute. Let's look at the crab salad for now. And I am going to add that parsley. I also thought about adding a little bit of mint too. I don't know why I thought that would taste good. But just to, I don't know, freshen it up, or thought that would taste good. I could have used, here, I'm going to save a little bit of this for garnish. That's what I'm going to do. Now I do have a few mint leaves too, so I'll save that as well. For some reason I feel like that'll be good in it. Oh, I already smell the mint just by picking a little piece over there. Alright, now this kind of it looks more developed. Since it's been in the fridge, it seemed a little bit watery last night, but it's kind of married and everything's great in that department. Now you want to have some kind of platter or even a dinner plate like this. I got this at Goodwill, but I love this pattern. And so this one has kind of a lip on it. It's a bigger dinner plate, I feel like, and it's good to serve this aspic. So I have had it out of the fridge for about probably 3 or 4 minutes maybe. And what I'm going to do is take the lid off, or the bottom, whichever one you want to call it. And I am going to strategically place, oh, it fits perfectly, how about that? And I'm going to just turn it over. I see that it's already fallen, and I didn't even have to burp this or undo this little piece, which you could have. So it let loose very well. Oh, I can't tell y'all how much I love this. Mr. Patient does too. This is one of those things I really wish you'd try, even if you think you didn't like something in the past, like my banana salad. Okay, so what I do now, my mom always liked to make things pretty, and I always did, and I always, or do, try to. And also when I was catering, of course I did. Now, to put our salad in the middle, you could just put it in the middle. That's absolutely fine. The problem with that idea is that when it kind of runs together and kind of starts to look unappetizing after a while, or if you have leftovers, then how do you, put it in a container? So what I like to do is I like to use a dish. Now, depending on the size of your mold, you could use this. This is called a sherbet when you're ordering it off of a wedding registry, or if you see it at a table setting. And this actually belonged to my husband's grandmother. But honestly, y'all, and this is really nice, but you can find them at thrift stores all day long. Unfortunately, the younger generations don't seem to appreciate heirlooms, so they're getting rid of them. And that's good for those of us who shop thrift stores. But you could set that in the middle, and you could put your salad in the middle. Also, you could use this also is my husband's grandmother's, you could use just an iced tea glass. You could put that in the middle. That might be a little too high for what you're wanting. But these are ideas you can use for not just the tomato aspic. You could make a ring of chicken salad or something, and then you could put something in the middle, I don't know, crackers or pretzel sticks or something. So there's you a couple of
entertaining hospitality ideas. This actually came from a big box store years ago, maybe Walmart, I don't know, but it is very inexpensive. You could also find these types of things at the thrift store, but it fits. Is it going to fit? Yes, fits perfectly. I like the height of this, and I am going to put my seafood salad right there in the middle. When you're serving, make sure you're not going to rub your spoon on the edge of that serving dish, because that's going to be not pretty, not desirable, presentable. Okay, that's good for now. We can go over here to our garnish. And I can even, if I wanted to just take my mint, just put it right there. Oh, I'm super, super pleased. Oh, I'm really thrilled to be bringing you this recipe. Oh, yes. Although I am not a food photographer, nor do I want to be one, I think this dish deserves its own photo shoot. Alright, I've pulled out the silver spoons, and I'm going to actually try it in this sherbet dish that I have. So I've got a silver spoon to serve my salad. Now, etiquette says you don't put your spoons in your dishes until you're ready to serve, in case you needed to know that. So I haven't put it in. You don't, this is just etiquette. You do whatever you want to do. But this is how I was raised by my mama, who was a home economics teacher and student of everything to home until the day she died. So you would put this in when you're ready to serve it, or at the first serving. So I am going to get some. Oh, I cannot wait. Mr. Patient's going to love this when he gets home. Last and the best thing to do. Cheers. Cheers in a sherbet cup. I mean, look. And it's not hard or expensive. Oh my goodness. Now, get a little bit of both on your spoon. Try it now. That is so good. You can, remember, you can use chicken salad, and that would be good too. I'm just wishing y'all were here to eat it with me. Come on, y'all. I'll see you tomorrow. More vintageness coming up tomorrow. Vintage, classic. Bye, y'all. I'm done. Y'all can play now. Each theme we have a different week. We have 5 episodes, and I hope you've understood. Oh, goodness. Come on, wake up, Katie. Right, so come on in, episode 43 of... Oh, my goodness, am I going to get through this? Well, we're back. It's the next day, and I'm very excited to be tasting the tomato aspic with our... And I'm very exciting. I'm very exciting. I don't feel very exciting. And then I'm going to spray it with cooking spray. Oh, no, maybe I'm not. Oh, for the love. Okay, put me back together here. I need to be put back together. Okay, here we go. And I'm going to spray.